I'm going to talk to you today about professional learning. Note the use of the language, not talking about staff meetings or professional development, but rather professional learning. Think in the past, development was something that was done to us or we were sent to, and it very rarely, if ever, had an impact on changing our teaching practice, let alone the learning and achievement of students. I know it's something we'd often like to forget all about at the end of the day, but actually, if we're not continually involving ourselves in learning, we'll still be doing the same thing in 10 years' time we were doing 10 years ago. We know that's not going to help our student learners. I'm currently giving an Ignite talk. Ignite is a bit of a cousin of the Pecha Kucha movement. It involves using 20 slides that auto-advance every 15 seconds for a total of just 5 minutes. There are education Ignite sessions happening throughout the world and in New Zealand in some major cities. Obviously, we can't access them, so we're going to do it our style. I've got a few Ignite presentations I'm going to do over the next few weeks, and then I'm hoping that the leadership team are going to jump on board and take on trying one as well. All of our professional learning this year links to our charter. Now, you will know the charter really well. We've got the vision and mission, which relates to one half of our annual plan, and then the strategic goals, which relate to the other half of our annual plan, and it's out of that all our professional learning topics come. So we've got our main school-wide focus on numeracy, but we've also got developing staff capacity with assessment, which is our solo taxonomy. We've got using technology to support learning, our Enviro skills focus, and the intervention programs we're running in literacy. We do have a set of expectations for staff. If you're not familiar with these, please familiarise yourself with them. They're based on our school teaching and learning principles. They emphasise professional learning as a professional responsibility, and they are a must rather than an option. Team leaders will be expected to follow up on professional learning sessions at team meetings and have been asked to complete administration electronically to allow more time for professional learning and collaboration at team meetings. Our professional learning plan outlines the times for each session, and also it lists the outline of what the main focus topic for each session is. You were emailed a copy of this last week, and it's also in the Staff Centre. If you're not familiar with it, please can you make sure that you become so. The registered teacher criteria need to form a part of any personal professional learning plan. Tātai ako, the cultural competencies for teachers of Māori learners are also of extreme importance to us, and it's expected all staff are aware of both these sets of criteria and working towards collecting personal evidence of each of them in their portfolios. Of course, remember, a portfolio is not just a collection of artefacts. It needs to show reflections, it needs to be organised in some way. Ideally, it needs to have some regular feedback from your peers and from your leaders. A personal pet favourite of mine at the moment is currently an online tool called Evernote. I'm using this tool to organise my professional portfolio for the year. I'll be giving an Ignite presentation on this tool in the next few weeks, as I think a few of you will probably like it and want to come on board with it. At the centre of your own learning for the year will be the mission statement I'm going to ask you to create over the next week. What is your vision for the year at school? How will you achieve this? Your mission, how does it fit into the school vision and the school mission? We all know a key to effective learning is being part of an effective learning community. We do that really well for our students at school. We need to ensure we also support each other with an effective staff professional learning community. There will be activities we ask you to do individually and independently, but there are also a lot of group learning we will be doing. The New Zealand curriculum states, since any teaching strategy works differently in different contexts for different students, effective pedagogy requires that teachers inquire into the impact of their teaching on students. Inquiries aren't necessarily year-long. Some people may do a number of shorter inquiries during the year, and we will talk about that a little bit further. We do have a number of competing directions for our professional learning time, including some external PLD contracts because we've got so many national priority learners. It's my job to coordinate these and ensure you're not overwhelmed. I've been meeting with those providers and ensuring what they offer us fits in with our plan rather than the other way. The best evidence synthesis is what I use to plan professional learning for the year. It says really clearly if we are to make a difference to students, improving teaching practice should not be considered an end in itself, but should be judged according to the impact on students. Although PL takes time, we'd be unhappy if other professionals like doctors didn't participate in ongoing learning. We are doing our students a real disservice if we do not actively participate in our professional learning. So what kind of learner are you going to be this year? Collaborative, adaptable, willing, Reflective, are you going to try to embrace technologies and e-learning for some of your learning needs? How are you going to help others? How are you going to support yourself? Going to finish with two quotes. Annie Hargraves and Michael Fullan. It is what teachers think, what teachers do, and what teachers are at the level of the classroom that ultimately shapes the kind of learning that young people get. These sessions will all be about learning, so I'm going to leave you with the immortal words of Gandhi. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever.